Good evening. Josh Allen should win this year's NFL MVP award over Lamar Jackson, and here are the reasons why. Good evening and thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. My name is Nico, aka Nico for the People. Subscribe to the channel on your way in and like the video on your way in. And thank you so much for stopping by. Josh Allen is the rightful MVP over Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has more passing yards and more touchdowns on the season. I believe he has a slightly higher QB rating as well. However, if you just look at the stats, those stats alone, then of course you're going to conclude that Lamar Jackson is should be the rightful winner of the MVP award. However, there's so much more that goes into it. The way I break it down is like a big three. First and foremost, you have to have the statistics that put you in the conversation for the top in the league, right? So Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, there's about 5-6 quarterbacks who have enough statistics as far as QB rating, touchdowns, and yards as a quarterback to be in the MVP conversation. There's also a couple players at other positions who deserve to be in the conversation, like Saquon Barkley, who had a remarkable, unbelievable season and is currently projected to be like third or fourth in the MVP race. Here's where the separation happens, okay? Again, a big three. So one, you got to have the statistics to even be in the conversation. All of those players I just named do have the statistics. Number two, your team has to have the record. That's where Joe Burrow falls off the map. His team didn't make the playoffs and they don't have the record that some of these other players have, like a Saquon Barkley, like a Josh Allen, and like a Lamar Jackson. So he is out. And lastly, what is the award called? Most valuable player. Most valuable. Not most outstanding, most valuable. What does value mean? How much of your team's load are you carrying? When you look at it from that standpoint, as well as the statistics and the team record, that's where Josh Allen creates separation from everybody else. I won't talk about any of the other players who are sort of circling the conversation. I'll only talk about Lamar Jackson because I think he and Josh Allen are the only people who they separate themselves from everybody else at even another tier. The top tier guys, it's gonna be, and it should be, either Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen. Here's where Josh Allen separates himself from Lamar. Josh Allen has done more with less. Very simple. He's done more with less. So let's look back at those three categories: the statistics, the team record, and then your value to the team. First and foremost, statistics, Lamar Jackson beats Josh. He's got better quarterback rating, more touchdowns, more rush yards, more pass yards than Josh Allen, so he beats him. He is ahead of him. Even though it is close, he's ahead of him. So I give him the W on that. Check, ding. Now let's look at the second category, team record. Josh Allen is over Lamar Jackson. First of all, Lamar's team was a 12-win team this season. Josh Allen's Bills were a 13-win team this season, and Josh Allen didn't play one single minute in the last game. The last game was not a meaningful game for the Buffalo Bills, so they pulled all their most important starters. Lamar Jackson did not get pulled. He played the entire game for their last game of the season. So Lamar Jackson has played in one more game than Josh. So that skews his statistics. Josh Allen is as close as he is to Lamar Jackson in all the statistical categories while missing an entire game. And I won't even include all of the quarters that Josh Allen sat out because we were so far ahead of the other team that we were playing. And I believe Lamar Jackson did as well for some of his games, but I believe Josh Allen sat out more. I think he sat out 11 fourth quarters. 11! Either the whole quarter or a portion of the fourth quarter. For 11 of them. What would his statistics look like had he been playing throughout the entire game? We covered stats. We covered team record. Lastly, value to your team. Let's just make this real simple. Derrick Henry. What are we talking about? Don't confuse what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Lamar Jackson wouldn't be able to do what he's doing without Derrick Henry, because he's already won 2 MVPs without Derrick Henry. So we know he can still do this. That's not the question at hand. The question at hand is, how does the roster around Lamar Jackson compare to the roster around Josh Allen? Think about it. Josh Allen has some players on his team. I'm not gonna say he doesn't have anybody. He's got Amari Cooper, who's not what he used to be, but he's still a pretty good player. We've got Dawson Knox, Dalton Kincaid, who are both mid-major tight ends, right? They're not all pro, they're not Pro Bowl level, even though I think Dawson Knox does have a Pro Bowl under his belt. They're not Pro Bowl level this season. and really not even close to being Pro Bowl level. The running back, good player. I believe he's touched the Pro Bowl. I think he was Pro Bowl last year. Good player. Derrick Henry level player? Come on, stop it. Derrick Henry is the best running back of the last decade. What are we talking about? Against the Steelers this weekend, I think he ran for 182 in a playoff game and like a touchdown or two. What are we talking about, man? That's where Josh Allen creates separation. And the Ravens defense is better than the Bills defense. Clearly better than the Bills defense.
Neither Josh Allen nor Lamar Jackson play defense.
I understand that. But when your defense can get you a 3-and-out and hand you the ball back, you get yet another opportunity to go to work, to build your statistics and help your team win. Because of those factors, Josh Allen has to be the MVP winner. Now and people always get it confused. That's not to say that Lamar Jackson he hasn't earned an MVP level accolade this season. He has. He and Josh Allen both have. But Josh Allen edges him out because of those factors. If you disagree and you have a legitimate disagreement, write it down in the comments and I will respond and I will go back and forth because we're going to get to the bottom of this. But if you don't have a legitimate reason and you just feel like Lamar should win, then stay out of the comments. Get out. You don't belong. But anyways, thank you so much for tuning into this video. Please subscribe to the channel on your way out. Like the video on your way out. Thank you so much. Have a good day.